Here's the real reason why the narcissist will discard you before you discard them. See, the narcissist is obsessed with supply. They'll get it anywhere from anyone, men, women. They're PD fires. They will get their supply anyway, anyhow. And they will search high and low to get those supplies. And when they get a supply, they see those supplies as their property. They see their supplies as their property and they don't want to lose those properties. So supply is very critical to the narcissist. So the narcissist's intent is to never really leave you as the supply. They will never leave you. Again, and that is why I told you all that a lot of times people stay in marriages, miserable marriages with the narcissist for 10, 20, 40 years, knowing fully well that the person is a narcissist, knowing fully well that the person is not a good person, the person treats them bad. They know that they're single in that marriage, they're a single married woman, they're single mothers in a marriage. They know all of these things, but they don't leave because the narcissist is not leaving them. So they think that the narcissist must love them. No, the narcissist does not love you. He doesn't even love himself, so he can't love you. The reason you're sticking around, or the reason he's keeping you around, is because they don't like to get rid of their supply. And you, especially the main supply, has become such a critical part of that narcissist's life. You enable them, you let them get away with the mess, you let them get away with the abuse, the reactive abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, all of the abuse. You have been letting them get away with it for years and years and years. It's going to be hard to replace you, so they keep you. A lot of times the narcissist will keep you, not because they love you. So a lot of people say, oh, I mean, he does this, he does that, he cheats on me, but he know where home is. He comes home. No, you're not home. You're more like a doormat. He knows that he can get away with any and everything when he does it to you. So that's why he keeps coming back. That's why he's going to get that new girlfriend who's going to use him for his money, dump him, and then he's going to come home to you and act nice for 2 days, and he's back looking for another one. He has a home, and that home is you. That's why he's not leaving. The narcissist, again, that is why a lot of times in this country, women file for divorce at a higher percentage than men. That is the reason. If you don't leave, they're not going to leave. It's not because the men don't want to lose their family. It's not because they love their wife so much. If you love your wife so much, you wouldn't cheat on her. You wouldn't beat her. You wouldn't be a narcissistic demon to her. You wouldn't, abuse her and use her. If you love her, you would respect her and show her that you love her. But if this man is doing the exact opposite, but he still comes around, that is because he's using you. You are a great supply for him. He's not going to dump you. He's just not. So unless you wake up, smell the coffee, get smart, and leave, you're going to be there for a long, long, long time. Your whole life is going to be revolved around this narcissist. You're going to be trying to work on yourself, make yourself a better supply for him. If he says you look ugly, you're going to try to make yourself look pretty for him. If he said you gain weight, you're going to try to lose weight for him. If he says that you don't, you're not as freaky, you're going to try to do all of these things. Your life is going to revolve around this demon. But guess what? They are going to be out there living their lives. If they see a new supply that they like, they're going to pursue it. And if the supply lets them, they will pursue that relationship and they will follow it and see how far it goes. And if it means that they finally secure that new supply that they think is better than you and has a better supply than you, that's when they leave you. That's the only time the narcissist will leave you, when they find a better supply than you. And by better, I don't mean that the human is better than you. It just means that maybe the person has a better status, the person has more money, the person is prettier, because now you're not pretty anymore. You're ugly because you're stressed out, you don't sleep, your edges are gone, you gain weight, you lost weight, your skin is bad, you don't do your hair, you don't do your makeup, you don't get dressed, so you're ugly now. So now They like that new shiny toy. So they're looking for that new shining toy. And if they found or find the new shining toy that looks better than you, that's the only time they're going to leave you. So when you find out that this person is a narcissist, you find out the abuse, the using, the mental, physical, all of these abuses, you have to leave, because the discard is a game for the narcissist. They will discard you before you can discard them, because the narcissists already know. And that's why I tell you guys, they know what they're doing. They're not oblivious to what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. When they cuss you out, when they abuse you, when they treat you like trash, when they do all of these things to you, they know exactly what they're doing. And they know how you feel about how they're doing, because that's how they feel on the inside. They feel like ish on the inside, so they want to make you feel like ish so you can match their energy. They project. So they know that they're doing these things to you, but what's really surprising to them is why you continue to stick around. And the more they do it, the more you stick around, the worse it gets, because they try their limits. At first, if you're dealing with if you're dealing with a real narcissist, you know their behavior progresses. At first, they were punching the walls. And then the wall came closer to you, and then they started to punch you. At first, they were going out and spending hours, and then they started sleeping out. And then sometimes they don't come home for a week. At first, they called you a mean name. Then they started to call you out of your name. Then they started to call you everything else but a child of God. So their behaviors progress. They try their limit. If they try this level, they get away with it. They're like, oh yeah, let's move on to the next level. They try this level and this level and this level, and they keep getting away with it to the point where they will treat you like literal trash. Literal trash. They will treat you like, and they know they can get away with it. And the whole time, as they treat you this way, your physical, your mental, your emotional starts to deteriorate. You start to look worse and worse and worse. And who wants someone who looks like that? Even you don't want someone who looks like that. So guess what? They will go out of their way now to find that new supply that is better looking, that her mental is still fresh, right? They can suck more out of that person. And they look for these beautiful, powerful, wonderful people. So again, you can tell yourself that the new supply is a downgrade. You can say, oh, I'm prettier than her. You can say all of these things. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Trust me, I was a new supply before, and I was an old supply. So I've been there. You can say whatever makes you happy, but the narcissists that I know, the demons that I know, they go for the best of the best. So that person may not be maybe pretty from the face, but maybe they have a pretty personality, and the narcissist knows that there's more to be sucked out of them. Maybe they have a good career. There's more money there. Maybe they come from a good family. That's status. Maybe they are popular. That's status. They go for the best of the best. You were the best of the best once. Now you're not, because your whole life revolves around this person. Okay? So you better watch these TikTok videos. Take some pointers, pack your stuff, plan your escape, and leave. Because everything you're putting yourself through, all the trauma you're putting yourself through, it hurts right now, but it doesn't really hurt. It's gonna hurt like hell, if I can say that, when that narcissist out of nowhere dumps you or discards you and moves on to that next supply and then rub it in your face. That's gonna hurt like nothing you've ever. I don't even think, if you've had a child before, childbirth is nothing compared to the pain you're gonna feel. It's gonna hurt on the inside. You're gonna feel physical pain that's gonna hurt like crazy. So the best way to be smart about this is to reverse discard them. That's what I did in my case, and it helped. Follow for more. I have more on this topic.